I have come to start with a new chapter today. Okay, we will study about a new topic today. So, before going to this topic, let us first discuss what Swiflearn is. As you already have an idea what is Swiflearn, Swiflearn is the India's most sincere learning destination for classes 3 to 10. So, what we have here, we give the 100% live and interactive classes to you. So, if you have any sort of doubt in the class, you can ask the teacher and the teacher explains everything to you. Right now, going to the next feature, we give the personalized attention to each and every student in our batches because our batches consist of maximum 6 number of students, not more than that, right? So it helps us to see what each of the student is doing, how they're performing, where they need to improve everything, right? Thirdly, we have a very good dedicated academic mentor team who continuously keep a track on the progress of the students. Fine. And fourthly, which is very much important, that is we cover all the syllabus as per your school examination schedule. So whatever chapter you have in your school, so you can tell us, so we will accordingly handle the custom request like this and do the different topics according to your need, right? So these are the main features of Swiflearn, and let us move on to the key features. Our key features are, first of all, we maintain a detailed progress report of all the students, so accordingly how you are performing in the homework, how you are solving the question answer, where you are lagging, where you need to improve, in which topic you need more focus on, everything is maintained in the progress report and all of them go to your parents. Accordingly, the PTMs are also there, right? Secondly, we have the SATs. What is that? That is the Swiflearn Academic Test Series, which is performed in every weekend, where you will be able to give the test and you will be able to understand where you are standing, right? Thirdly, you can get an unlimited practice test. You can practice each and every topic, whether it is of science or maths or English. After completing one topic, you can go through the question answers. Questions can be all the objectives as well as the subjective questions are there, so you can perform yourself and you will be able to understand where you need to improve, right? And fourthly, which is very important, that is the subjective test. We also have the subjective test where you need to write down the answers, and we have very good team of teachers who will check the answers and they will give you the tips where to improve, how to write the answers properly, so that you will be able to get the full marks in your board exam as well as in the school exams, right? So these are our key features. So please book the free trial class to experience all these things, right? So what you have to do now, please subscribe our channel in YouTube, press on the bell icon and never miss any of the update of the upcoming YouTube sessions. Fine. So please stay with us, like, comment and share with all your family members, and please be with us in the whole session. Chalo, so let's start with today's topic, that is sound. So, what is the main thing coming to your mind after hearing the word sound? Let us first see. Yes. What is coming to your mind after looking into the word sound? Yes. Do you have any idea what is sound? Right? Do you hear the sound? Yes. What are the different sounds you are hearing now? Yes, can you tell me? Okay, I'm looking into the chat box so that I can get an idea what you are looking into now. Okay, chalo. So we will study about the sound today. So in this lesson, we will study about what is sound, how it is produced, the vibration. You already know about the vibration, I guess, right? Then we will study about the production of the sound, how it is produced, and what are the different sounds we can hear, how they are produced, how we can hear them. Okay, so all of this will be there. And finally, we will study about the sound produced by the musical instruments. Do you like the music? Yes, that is also one type of sound, है ना? So, how the sound is produced in the musical instrument, these are also very interesting. Okay, we will study all these things in today's lesson. Chalo, so let's start with the sound. First, let us go back to our childhood. Okay, and have you ever played this type of game in your childhood? I have played it. It's called the blind man's bluff game. Yes. So what happened over here? One blindfolded person is there who has to guess whoever is present nearby or who is present far away, and accordingly, she or he has to find their friends. So have you played it? It's a very funny game, right? Yes. Okay. Now, can you tell me, like, how the blindfolded person over here guesses that which player is closer by her, or to which player is a bit farther than somebody else? Yes. Anybody? Can you tell me? Yes, exactly. So, by hearing the sound, exactly. So by hearing the sound or by hearing the voice of the different players, Hannah, they will be able to find out who is nearby and who is going far away. Yes, exactly. So now let us go to the different types of sounds which we can hear every day, right? So what are the different types of sounds which we can hear every day? Yes, can you tell me? Yeah. Okay, can you imagine the different sound which over here is somebody is doing with the help of the hammer on the wood and the chirping of the bird? Why do they chirp? Yes. Or you when you talk with your friends, why do you talk? What do you talk? You used to be very excited, yes, while going to the school, talking to the friends, right? The various types of sounds are also produced, the laughing sound, ha ha ha, and the different types of some sad sound also. No, I was missing you a lot, right? We have not met for a long time due to the coronavirus, like this type of sound. And also the very excited sound, well, yeah, today we will do this, today we will learn this, and we will play a lot, yes. So all these types of sounds are due to what? Communication. Very good. And also coming to the last picture, see, one guitar is there. Have you ever played the guitar, or ever have you like hear the guitar? Yeah, the sound which is produced by the guitar. It's a very pleasant, very sweet sound, है ना? So all these sounds are due to our proper communication. We love these types of sounds, right? So the sounds play an important role in our life as it help us to communicate with each other. So just not the human being, let us think about the other different animals also. Like the dogs bark, the tigers roar, the lion roar. So they are also producing the various types of sounds, right? So when they are producing the sounds, we cannot understand their language, or they also cannot understand our language, but they can communicate with themselves, right? Among themselves, है ना? जैसे we also communicate our, like, within ourselves, right? So this communication is a very important thing which is done by the sound. Fine. Chalo, let's move on to the different types of sound which we can hear around us. So can you tell some of the sound which we can hear around us in our surrounding all the time? Yes. Anybody? Yes, anybody in the chat box? Okay, think about the different sounds which are produced in the home, in your home. Okay, when you are in the room. So, a different sound is produced from the AC sometimes, or any other machine which is working. Some sound is coming from the microwave. Yes, some sound is coming from the heater if it is working. Some sound is sometimes coming from the cooler, right, if it is working. Or also we can hear a lot of sound from the kitchen, right? What are the different sounds we can hear in the kitchen? Yes, yes, the sounds of the various utensils, है ना? Yes. Other than this, when somebody is cooking, so the different sound is produced from the cooking. If you put something in the oil, right, a different sound is having, right? Other than this, if you hear about the whistle of the pressure cooker, it is also another different type of sound. We can hear it every day, right? Either in our home or in the neighborhood's place, right? Exactly. So these are the different sounds which we can hear in our home. Let's now move on to our school. चलो स्कूल में चलते हैं, बहुत दिन नहीं गए ये कोरोना वायरस के लिए. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द स्कूल. Hi Preeti. Hi. Yes, definitely beta. You have a doubt, you can ask me your doubt. I'll solve it beta. Okay, chalo. So let's move on to the school. So what are the different sounds which are produced in the school, which you can hear in the school? Yes, the ringing of the bell after each and every period, right? You must have got very much excited when the tiffin time comes, right? The tiffin period comes, or after the whole day's work, after all the different classes, when you want to go to the home, right? And you will chit chat with your friends, है ना? Yes. So the ringing of the bell we can hear in the school. Any other sound? Yes. The excited sounds when you are talking with your friends. Yes. The laughing. Yes. Exactly. If somebody gets wound when somebody is playing, to ouch sound. Yes. Exactly. Anything else? A very light, a very simple, means feeble sound we can hear when the teacher is writing with the help of the chalk on the blackboard, right? That is also another sound. Yes. And also this duster when the teachers tell you stop talking. Yes, that sound also, right? Exactly. So these are all the different types of sounds we can hear. Now let's move on to some roadside. चलो रोड साइड में क्या क्या साउंड प्रोड्यूस होता है? Yes. Can you tell me what are the different sounds which we can hear in the roadside? Yes, the traffic signal, the sound which is produced by the horns of the various vehicles, right? The hawker sound, then somebody who is passing by and talking with each other, right? Exactly. So these are the different sounds in the everyday life we can hear. Clear? Hai? Yes. And also, if I think about some occasion, yes, puja or any festival or anything, any marriage, if you go, so the very nice instrumental sound, the very nice music we can hear. Sometimes the shehnai we can hear, है ना? And also ringing of the bell in the temple and also in the church. These are the different types of sounds which we can hear every day, right? Exactly. So these are all the various types of sounds. Now we have like spoken about a lot of the sounds. Now, can you tell me what exactly a sound is? Yes, let us see who can tell me the answer first. What exactly a sound? Yes. Hi, Preeti. Can you tell me what is a sound? Can you give me a proper definition of the sound? Yes. I'm waiting for your answer in the chat box. Do like, share, and comment, and give me the answer in the chat box throughout the session. Yeah, that will be very much exciting. Yes? Okay, now the sound is one type of energy. जैसे light भी एक तरीके का energy होता है which help us to see everything. Sound is also another type of energy which help us to hear everything. Right? It produces a sensation of hearing the different things. Right? So with the help of which sense organ we can hear? Yes, anybody? We can hear with the help of the sense organ ear, right? So we also hear the different types of sound with the help of the ear. And the sound, can you see in this picture, the sound is traveling with the help of the wave, in the form of wave, right? Exactly. So from here we can see that the two things we have learned, that is sound is a form of energy. It helps us to hear the different type of things, and it is going in front in the form of the wave, right? It is uh, passing in the form of the wave, right? Okay, now let's move on to how sound is produced. Anybody, have you ever tried to produce the different types of sound? Like I am also talking to you, you can hear me, so I'm also producing some sound. Okay, so with the help of my voice box, Hannah, and you can also hear with the help of the ear. So, how this sound is produced and what actually it is? Yes, anybody, can you tell me how it is produced? Okay, so before going to the answer now, let us go to see some of the activities. Okay, let's first find out the drum. Okay, have you ever seen a drum? Yes, yeah, Hannah. So, what is present on the top of the drum? If you say this one, what is this one? It's the membrane, right? So we can see that whoever plays the drum, so they beat the drum with the help of the sticks, right? It is beaten, the drum is beaten in the march past also, when we have the sports in our school, right? Have you heard of it, Hannah? Exactly. So generally, it is the membrane is bitten with the help of the stick, and the sound is produced accordingly. Now, have you ever touched the membrane anytime when it is not bitten and when it is totally okay, means totally shant hai? And have you ever touched it? It is a very simple thing. Nothing is moving, nothing is happening over there. Now try to strike the drum and then touch the membrane. What difference you will be able to find? Yes? Do you find any sort of difference? Yes? A type of vibration. Exactly. So, what do you mean by this vibration? What do you feel? The vibration. So, what is this vibration? Any to or fourth motion of the membrane, right? That to and from fourth motion of the membrane is called the vibration. Now, let's think of this one. I have taken one rubber band and tried to strike it. If you strike it, you will again feel the same type of vibration, okay, and you will be able to hear the sound. Okay, so whenever the vibration is there, you will be able to hear the sound. Okay, and when the total vibration stops, you will not be able to hear the sound. So from here, what can we conclude? We can say that sound is produced with the help of vibration. Can we say that? Yes, exactly. Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to what is the membrane. We have studied about the membrane which is present on the drum, right? And now you tell me, what is the membrane? Yes, anybody in the chat box? Yes, Preeti. What is the membrane? And also you have to name some of the musical instruments, the different musical instruments which are having the membrane on it. Can you see it in the picture? Somebody is playing what? What is he playing? The drum, exactly. So, what is the membrane? It is a thin skin on the different musical instrument. So, whenever we are striking this membrane with the help of the stick or with the help of the hand, sometime in case of the tabla or dholak, we can see, then certain sound is produced. Okay, and how this sound is produced? By the vibration on this membrane. ठीक है चलो so let us see what are the different types of instruments having this membrane. Tabla, dholak, drum, these are all played by striking on the membrane, and due to the vibration which is produced, the to and fro motion which is produced on the membrane, it creates the different sound, the very nice sound है ना. Exactly. So this is all about the membrane and the instrument. So now let's move on to a different type of vibration. Okay, have you ever played guitar or have you ever seen the guitar? Yes, Costa, very good. It's the tabla. Yes, tabla is having the membrane. Very good. Now let's move on to the string, right? So, have you ever played guitar or have you ever seen anybody is playing guitar or ukulele? Right? So what is happening over there? There are the various strings and we used to pluck the string, right? So while plucking the string, there are certain vibrations which we can again feel. Right, and this vibration produce the different sounds. So can you see in this picture that all the different strings are having their different what to say, the thickness? Yes, so they are having the different thickness. So according to the different thickness, they produce the different sounds, right? You can again see the second example, which I have already shown you. You can take the rubber band and strike it, pluck it like this, and you will be able to feel the vibration over here, and you can hear a very feeble sound, right? Exactly. So this is how the sound is produced with the help of the vibration, either on the membrane of dholak, tabla, drum, or in the strings of the different string instruments. Fine. So up to this much is clear how the different vibration is happening and how the vibration help to produce the sound. Yes. Okay. So these are when the string of the guitar or the membrane of the drum is vibrate, we can hear the sound. And if we stop this plucking the string or beating the drum, then the vibration will not be there. So no sound will be produced at that time. So from here we can get a proof that sound is produced with the help of the vibration. Clear, hai? So we can conclude this. Yes. Okay, chalo. Now we can see that the sound is produced by the vibrating object. Also, the vibration takes place with the help of the different pressure of the air. If we blow anything, think about a flute. Okay, or shehnai. So, what do they do? Whoever plays it, they blow the air, right? So, when the air is going through the tube, it is interacting with the wall of the tube, right? And also there are different holes on it, so they used to maintain the hole with the help of their fingers, है ना? And the different rhythm, the different types of sounds are produced over there, right? Clear hai? Very good. So what do we need? What is the main necessary condition to produce the sound? Yes, who will tell me what is the main condition for production of the sound? Yes. Anybody in the chat box? Yes. Exactly. That is the vibration. Very good. Now, in some cases, we can see the vibration. It is visible to us very much. And in some cases, we cannot see, only we can feel the vibration. Just so we can feel the vibration of the like the rubber band which I have stretched and plucked, or you can like feel the vibration in the guitar or the ringing bell. Okay, but if you think about the vibration in the water, if you put drop by drop water in a bowl of water, have you ever seen this type of thing? Yes, due to the vibration it happens. Okay, or if you just put a fork inside the water, right, what will you be able to see? The vibration in the water, right? So all this vibration actually helps to create the sound, and sometimes it is visible and sometimes it can be only felt by us, not visible, right? Okay, now coming to the different types of instruments. Okay, can you see the various instruments? First one is guitar, second one is the drum, and third one is flute, or we can say also shanai. Yeah. So over here, the sound is produced by the different vibrating object. So can you tell me which part is vibrating in all these types of instruments? Yes. Which part is vibrating in case of the guitar? Anybody? the strings, right? So when we pluck the string, it gives out a proper sound by vibration of the string. Very good. Now let us move on to the drum. Which part is vibrating over here to produce the sound? Let us see who can give me the answer first. Yes, exactly. It is the membrane. So we strike the membrane with the help of the stick, and with that, vibration on the membrane helps to produce the sound, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the flute. So can you see the fingers who is like playing the flute? Yes, so there are the different holes present on it, and by maintaining the hole, just keeping one hole closed and making another hole just open, the different types of sounds can be produced through the flute. So can you say which part is vibrating over here? We can say this as the air column, right? Okay, now let's see. This is the stretched string. In case of the drum, it is the skin or the membrane, and in case of the shehnai or flute, whatever, or mouth organ, sometimes it is the air column, right? Exactly. Now, can you tell me what exactly the air column is, or how the sound is produced from the wind instrument, or the when there is an air column through the wind instrument? Yes. Exactly. The air column is nothing but it is defined as the pressure of the air in a certain space. So in the flute, there it is the limited space is present in the flute, right? So when the air we are blowing, it is going through that flute, and it is going with the help of a pressure, and that is what we call it as the air column. Clear hai? Now can you tell me how the sound is produced with the help of this air column? Yes, in case of this wind instrument, exactly. It is produced when we blow it. So, by blowing onto a sharp edge, it causes the air inside it to get compressed. Okay, it will compressed and it starts vibrating, right, with the wall of the instrument, and thus the air inside the pipe of that wind instrument or the tube of that wind instrument vibrates to produce the sound. So in all the cases we can say that all are vibrating, and the sound is only produced when something is vibrating, right? Whether it is the string, or it can be the wind instrument, or it can be the membrane, right? So vibration is the main thing by which sound is produced. Up to this much clear? Yes. Okay, if you have any doubt, please write it in the chat box. I'll obviously clear all your doubt. Okay, Preeti, you told me, ma'am, I have a doubt, but you have not written the doubt. Please write your doubt. I will solve your doubt. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the practical application of it. Okay, so can you tell me which of the parts are vibrating parts in these musical instruments? There is a list of musical instruments given to you. 8 musical instruments are there: veena, sitar, violin, tabla, drum, shehnai, flute, and mouth organ. Can you tell me which is the vibrating part of all these musical instruments? Yes, one by one, I want to hear from all of you. Yes, in the chat box. Okay, so first tell me what is the veena? Yes, what is the vibrating part of the veena? Let me see who can give me the correct answer first. Yes. Okay, the veena is the string. The vibrating part of the veena is string. It is the string instrument. Very good. Now let us move on to sitar. Let us see who can give me the correct answer. What is the vibrating part of sitar? Yes. What is the vibrating part of the sitar? Yes, anybody? Very good. It is the string again. Okay. Now let us move on to the violin. Okay. So what is the vibrating part of the violin? Yes. Let me see who can give me the answer correctly in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. It is again the string. Very good. Now let's move on to tabla. So what is the vibrating part of the tabla? Yes. Have you ever played tabla, or it's a very common thing, right? You can see somebody is playing tabla in the different occasions, yeah, different functions, or in your school function also, right? Exactly. So what is that vibrating part of this tabla? Yes, it is the skin or the membrane. Now think about the drum. Yes, what is the vibrating part of the drum? You must have played the drum during the march past in the school. Yes, on 15th August, or if you think about like in your sports day. Yes, can you tell me which is the vibrating part of the drum? It's again the membrane. Exactly, the membrane, or we can say it is the skin. Very good. Now let's move on to the sixth one. It's the shehnai. Okay, so what is the vibrating part of the shehnai? What type of instrument it is? Yes. Let me see who can give me the correct answer first. Please do comment on the chat box so that I can also understand that you have got it, whatever we are discussing, right? You don't have any doubt. Yes. Yes, the air column, we can say, right? Okay, the air column. Okay. So this is the wind instrument. Next, move on to the flute. Yes. Quickly give me the answer. What is the vibrating part of the flute and also mouth organ? Okay. Yes. Exactly. It is also another wind instrument, and we can say it is the air column. Okay. And last one. Yes. The mouth organ is also the air column, is the very good, the vibrating part. So these are the different vibrating parts of the musical instrument, right? Try to play anyone, okay? Okay, you will be able to see that. Okay, so can you see over here the different answers? Veena is stretched string, the sitar also the string, violin is also the string. Coming to the tabla and drum, both of them are the stretched membrane. And coming to the Shehnai, flute, and mouth organ, all of them are the air column. Right? Now, let us move on to another question to you. How the guitar produces sound? Describe in your own words. Okay, so we have studied about the different types of vibration. Something happens with the help of membrane, some vibration happens in case of the string when we pluck the string, and some vibration is created with the help of the air column, right? So how the guitar produces sound among all this? Let me see who can give me the correct answer. Yes. Okay, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, you will write it down in the chat box. I'm not going to tell you this answer. Okay, not now. Later on, I will tell you. Okay, after getting your answer. Chalo. So let's move on to the next thing. So, how the guitar can be made to produce the sound louder? Have you ever heard of the guitar sound? Sometimes it is louder, sometimes it is very very light, very feeble sound is produced, right? So how this loud sound and a very low sound can be produced, a weak sound or a very loud sound can be produced? Do you know? Yes, it depends on what factor? The amplitude. Okay, so this amplitude is the very new word to you, right? Okay, so hear it very carefully, right? So if you pluck the string of the guitar harder, it will make a very louder sound. And if you just pluck it very lightly, it will give you a very low sound, right? The loudness will be very low. So this one, to make a louder sound, the string vibrates will be bigger. The vibration of the string will be bigger, and that actually helps you to hear the sound louder. The specific characteristic feature of this is known as the amplitude. So what do you mean by the amplitude of a sound? It is the maximum displacement or the distance moved by a point on the vibrating body measured from its equilibrium position. Now just focus on the two graphs. Okay, so can you see these waves? These waves are the sound wave. Okay, and this is the mean position. We can say this one is the mean position or equilibrium position. Okay, so now when the sound wave is traveling, it is going a little bit, it is making some displacement or the distance in between the highest point and the mean position, right? So when the distance between this one, the sound wave, highest wave, the highest height of the wave we can say, and the mean position is low, we can say that that sound is a quiet sound or a very low amplitude wala sound. Okay, and when the distance, can you see in the second case, the distance between the mean position and the sound waves are very high. Yes, can you see this one is high? So this will create a high amplitude sound or a loud sound. So it depends on how much the displacement is moved by the wave on a vibrating body, and it is measured from its equilibrium position or the mean position, right? When the distance is high, that means the amplitude is high or it is producing a very loud sound, right? And when the displacement is low, it is producing a very less sound. The loudness of the sound will be very low. Okay, and the amplitude accordingly it will be very low. Okay, now have you got an idea what is meant by amplitude? Right, it is nothing but it is describing you how loud or low the sound is. Clear hai? Okay, now let's do this one on ourselves. Okay, so you can this is for your homework. You can discuss the different types of musical instruments and list it down. I will hear it in the next session from you. Discuss with your friends and family which part of the instruments actually vibrate to produce the sound. So this one will be for your homework, right? We have learned about various types of instruments, musical instruments, and how they have produced the sound, right? So discuss with your friends and family and let me know after this class. Okay, chalo. So now let's move on to how to make an instrument. Can we make any instrument on our own at home? Have you ever tried it? Yes, you want to try? Okay, chalo, so try karte hain. Okay, have you heard of the Jal Tarang? Yes, it's nothing the different kind of plate having the musical instrument. Okay, so what they do actually, they take the different bowl of the same size or the different size and they pour some amount of water. The amount of water will be different in each of the bowl, right? And when you will strike it with the help of the string, you will be able to hear the different types of sound. Now let us practically do something. Okay, I cannot show you the bowl right now. I have the cup over here of having the different type of, means a different amount of water. Can you hear the sound? Yes. Okay, so here is very less amount of water is present. Now let me take another cup having a little bit more amount of water. Can you see? Can you hear it? A different sound? Yes, so the previous one is a little bit less, having very low amount of water. Can you hear it? And now, yes, exactly. So over here we can see that the cup having the water very less amount uh, is producing some sound which is of the lower pitch. Okay, and the cup having a more amount of water is producing some high pitched sound, right? Exactly. So by striking this cup, the sound can be produced by the vibration. Okay. Yes, you can do it at home also. So the cup containing minimum amount of water, their pitch is very low. Yes, and the cup having the maximum amount of water, its pitch is high. Okay, so the frequency will be high. So how the pitch is maintained? It is described about according to the frequency of the sound. So let us play the same thing again for you. Having very less amount of water in the cup, it will produce a lowest frequency or a lowest pitch. Can you hear this? Okay, now let me take the maximum amount of water, means a more amount of water, and let me show you. Yes, the high pitch. Yes, have you observed this? Exactly. So this is how Jal Tarang is played with the help of the different amount of water taken in the different bowl. So you can play this one at home according to, like, taking the different amount of water according to yourself. Okay. Okay. Now, we have also studied about the frequency. We have already said that sometimes the frequency is high, okay, and in another case where the water is low, the frequency is low. So, what exactly the frequency is? What is frequency? It is the number of vibration, we can say, the number of vibration which is produced in only 1 second. Now, can you see the two sound waves over here in case 1 and case 2? Okay, this is case 1 and this was is the case 2, right? So both of them are showing in 1 second how the sound waves are traveling, right? Now in this case we can see the total wave is very less, right? Over here we can see the vibration is almost 1, this is half, these two are half, and 2. So we can see the vibration made is 2 only in 1 second. Over here we can say that this forms the low pitch sound or the low frequency sound, right? Now coming to the second case, in 1 second there are various vibration. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? So in 1 second the number of vibration is more in the second case, right? So over here you will be able to understand the pitch is also high, right? It is of the high frequency or the high sound. So the frequency generally determines how shrill the sound will be or in which pitch the sound is produced. Is it a high pitch or a very low pitch? Fine. Clear hai? Yes. Okay. So you have got to know about the amplitude, the frequency, and also how the sound is produced. Okay. Now you have to remember the various keywords which is related with the sound and this chapter. So first one is the vibration. You already know that the to and fro motion by any particle by vibrating of the particle about its mean position is known as the vibration. Secondly, the time period. So the time taken to complete one vibration is known as the time period. Okay, now let us move on to the previous picture and let me show you. These are the different vibrations which are happening, right? So when the time which is taken to complete only one vibration, okay, so up to this much, starting from here and ending with here. Okay, so this time is known as the time period. Okay, the time taken by completing to complete one vibration is called the time period. Thirdly, you have already studied about the amplitude, that is the maximum displacement from the mean position. Displacement of the particles to move from the mean position is called the amplitude, which determine the loudness of the sound. Very good. Now, next you have already studied about the frequency. What is the frequency? How many number of vibration is happening in 1 second? Okay, by a particular vibrating particle or the vibrating wave, right? So this is known as the frequency. And fifth thing, which you already know, that the air column. What do you mean by air column? It is the pressure of the air in a certain space is known as the air column, right? Up to this much clear, Anna? Yes. Okay, chalo. So let us quickly do some crossword puzzle. Yeah. So first one is saying all waves require a dash. What is required? Tell me up to this one. This is A. Yes. All waves require a medium. Very good. Exactly. So sound, always remember this, sound travels with the help of the medium only. Okay. Where there is vacuum, sound will not be able to travel. Sound cannot travel through the vacuum. It can only travel with the help of some medium, air or water or solid also. Okay. Chalo. Next one, in solid waves travel, you have to say whether it is traveling faster or slower or medium. Yes, in the solid particles, how the sound waves can travel. Hi, Jyoti. Hi, Beta. Have you understood everything which we have already discussed? Yes? Okay, so the sound travels over here through the solid is faster. Okay, exactly. Now let's move on to the third one. Dash produces a sensation of hearing in our ears. Yes, this one is the C. Who will tell me the answer? Yes. Okay, the sound. Yes. Now let us move on to the up and downward. Okay. So the pitch is determined by dash of a sound wave. So this one is the D, up and down. Who will tell me what is this? Yes. It's the frequency. Yes, it's the frequency. And the last one shows how loud the sound is. This one, E. What? Who actually determines the loudness of the sound? Yes, it's the amplitude. Right? Exactly. So this will be your answer. Okay, just go through the answer once. Yes, the medium, frequency, faster, amplitude, sound. But that's it. These are the 5 answer, right? Exactly. Now let's move on to certain question answer. So your first question is how sound is produced. Who will tell me the answer? Yes, let me see in the chat box who can tell me the answer first. Yes, how sound is produced. Okay. Yes. Sound is produced with the help of the vibration, right? By the help of the vibrating the different objects, right? Very good. Now let's move on to the second question. Which part of this musical instrument vibrates to produce the sound? It is a, which instrument is this? It is a tabla. Very good. So which part of this instrument vibrates to produce the sound? Yes. Who will tell me? See, yes, Jyoti, Preeti, can you tell me the answer? Kaustav. Okay, the membrane. Exactly. The membrane on the screen of the instruments vibrates to produce the sound. Very good. Now, coming to the third one, define vibration. Yes. What is vibration? Yes. The to and fro movement of the particular object, right, is known as the vibration. Very good. Now coming to the fourth question. Which part of the given instrument produces the sound? Yes, can you see the flute over here? So which part of this instrument produces sound? Yes. Exactly, the air column. Very good. So these are your answer, right? So the sound produced by the vibrating of the object. Second, we saw the tabla picture. So the vibration of the membrane helps to produce the sound over there. Thirdly, we defined the vibration. The to and fro movement of the object is called the vibration. And fourthly, we have seen the picture of the flute, right? So which part is the vibrating part? The air column, right? Exactly. So now tell me, how do you have any sort of question in your mind? You can please ask me in the chat box. Please write it down in the chat box if you have any doubt, any question in your mind. Do you have any question? Yes? No? Okay, so let us now conclude what we have already studied today. We have studied about the sound, we have studied about the vibration. Thirdly, we have studied about how sound is produced with the help of the different musical instruments, how sound is produced, right? We have also studied about the different types of musical instruments. So, over here, we can conclude that we have already studied about sound is produced by vibration. So, vibration is very much important for the production of the sound, right? Secondly, we have studied that the sound always travels in the form of a wave, right? So, they always travel in the form of the wave, right? Thirdly, the sound can travel only in the presence of the medium. If there is no medium, the sound will not be able to produce, right? So there is always a medium needed for the production of the sound, right? So these are the three characteristic feature of the sound. Other than this, we can see that the amplitude and the frequency of the sound. So the loudness of the sound is determined by the amplitude, okay, and the pitch of the sound is determined by the frequency of the sound, right? So we have already discussed all these things in today's session. Hope I hope that you have already understood this. So you, if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask me over here, okay, write it in the chat box. I'll clear all your doubts, okay. And so let it be up to this much for today. Again, we will continue with the same chapter in the next session, okay. So thank you very much. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with Swiflearn. Okay, so before going, let me again remind you to subscribe our channel in YouTube, press on the bell icon and keep updated with all the different upcoming sessions, right? So that's all for today. Again, we will meet you in the next session. So till then, bye bye. Take care, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye bye.